Van here with Van Life Biker Show. Smash that like, give me a sub, and share, guys. Let's build this channel. Appreciate your support. Yo, 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 it's your boy Van here. Well, we kind of got this little 2x2 wall divider. It's going to be a little pony wall here, as I said on the last video. And this is where a countertop will cover this water heater. And kind of explained all this on the last time, but now you guys are getting an actual visual. Still got to screw this guy down. This will be our bottom plate, essentially. The 120 volt panel will set right on top that bottom plate up against this little piece of 3/4 inch plywood here. I've just got kind of shimming it out so I can actually get the cover on, because the cover will actually come over the sides here once we put this in. So then we'll have a wall covering across the front. This will actually go in the wall, and the face of it will start here, and the back of it will be in the wall, pretty close to that water heater there. The reason we did this little pony wall, because I wanted to cover up the water heater for one, and it'll give us a little extra countertop space. This was kind of a last minute decision, so I didn't really figure for all the materials and what have you, but you know, luckily I've just got enough stuff laying around left over and some other materials. But I had to put this little wall here in because I decided to move the 12 volt panel from under the bed up into the cabinet. So I needed a chase, guys. Mainly why I did this. So we've got our wiring coming up through this little skinny wall, just because I didn't want to fish everything down inside this exterior wall here. I think it would have probably ended up causing problems. You know, you got, you know, black asphalt parking lot or something, let's say down in Vegas or something, where it's, you know, 120 degrees and you're on a black asphalt pavement area, and this dark color, almost a black sun beating on that exterior wall. I just really didn't want these wires inside that wall, so they'll be a lot safer on the interior, so to speak, of the van. So they're going to come up here. We put a little divider inside the cabinets here. That's where a little fuse box will mount once we get this up here, get it all terminated. But just wanted to give you guys a little fill in. Wish I was a lot farther along on this, but unfortunately I got a little under the weather for the last week. It was kind of a really weird sickness. It just say this is the back of your neck, and I kind of had pain on both sides. I think that's like a whiplash feeling of, I don't know if I've actually ever had whiplash, but probably with all the dirt bikes and things, you know, I've beat my body to death over the years, but you know, never really been diagnosed, I guess. But it was weird. I was on that last video actually kind of getting this stuff started, and I woke up the next morning. I mean, I felt fine when I went to bed and just woke up in a lot of pain. But in a way, I really thought it was kind of a sinus issue. It was kind of weird. So I started taking, well, I'll get the actual bottles. I actually got another one today, correct spelling and all that stuff, and show you guys before the end of the video. And tell you the regimen that I did, and I actually heard a lot of popping in my ears. And I don't know, I think it just cleaned it up pretty much immediately. I took one dose around noon because I was waiting on the first one to get in the mailbox. And I took another dose the very next morning, and that's when my ears were just going crazy. So I don't know if it was all the smoke and stuff that I've been dealing with for, you know, over a month by far, probably going on 2 months. We have had a pretty decent week. You know, it's still kind of foggy, I'm going to describe it as, but you know, way farther distance than say a quarter mile like it has been for over a month of visibility. So we're getting this all put together. Another thing I need to get done today, I want to get on my to-do list, is getting this installed. And I'll show that to you guys. Kind of a cheap route that I took. And a little easier as well. So it was expense and labor with my drain to the sink here. So I'll get that put together and I'll show you guys what we did here in a second. Okay guys, got her put in here. As you can see, like any other sink, you're going to have your what they call the tailpiece, which is what comes out of the bottom of the sink. And then we have our P-trap, so that screws onto the tailpiece. The tailpiece is the pipe that comes out the bottom. And I cut it off as short as possible, guys, because if you can see here, there's our drawer. So I actually had to notch the drawer so it'll straddle this. It is a couple inches, about an inch or so, but this is a real deep drawer, so it isn't going to be that much of an issue. So we've got our piece installed here, a little coupling, and what that there is for a, they sell those for sub pumps. So kind of a thin, flexible, very cheap. I can't recall, maybe like 10, 15 bucks or something. And I think it was like 25, 30 feet or something. So very easy to work with. Getting the transition is the hardest part. So getting that transition, I had to use that little funky coupling to make it work. So you know, we came out of the P-trap here, same type of pipe. And this is actually an 1.25 inch coupling here. So both sides, and then just normal straps like you would see on an automobile, like radiator hose clamps. And this actually has a little fitting that screws up in there. Didn't actually screw in, but it's a little ridges. So I'm curious if this thing is going to leak on me, and I'll have to deal with that, or maybe even have to change the whole game plan. I don't know. But I can still use the flex down below anyway. Was my thought. If this doesn't work, I still need to get everything, you know, from the sink, the washer, the shower in the back, everything's going to have to be piped into one. So that flex can be very useful underneath. And if it leaks a little here or there, who cares? It's outside. So let's see if this works. I actually brought some water, so you guys will be here to experience the first send that down the drain. Let's go underneath, see if we can find any leaks, see if this worked. I hope so. Oh, it'd be so nice if there's no leaks, guys. Lord knows we've got enough problems. I don't feel any, guys. I think we did good. We did good. Once again, we go our own direction. That sink needed to be cleaned out anyway. It's filthy with sawdust and stuff. Just dump it all in there that time. Give it a good go round. It's draining well. I've just got the hose dropped out the back of the van for now. No drips. You guys can see better than I can. You'll just see after me. I'll see the same time as you do once I get this uploaded. But I don't see a drop one. I hope you guys don't see any in the future. Nothing. Dry below. No drips. I think we're styling, guys. Oh, I'm so happy about that. That worked out. Okay, I'll get those vitamins and show you guys my regimen, what I actually did here recently, and it worked very well. I do believe it would work on our problem in the world right now as well. Essentially, what you want to look up is how to get zinc into your cells, guys. So we'll go over that here in a second. I'm gonna get some secret recipes. Okay guys, so this is the one I was taking. This one actually just came in the mail this morning, so Actually, a lot of people talked about this one, but I think it's a lot to do with the hype right now. You're probably going to want to get on this one ASAP, because the FDA actually banned this one. The only severe crackdown so far is they have went to Amazon directly. So you cannot buy this one on Amazon anymore. I had some luck on eBay. But this guy here, both are good for the virus. So this one, I believe both of them work the same way. And I believe the ivermectin. I need to see it written so I can say it, but I'm not the best, at vocabulary and stuff anyway. I'm a guy that works with my hands. If I was sitting behind a computer and was forced to do this stuff all day, every day, I'd stay better up on my spelling and things like that. So this here I may even mispronounce seeing it, but it's Quercetin, and this here makes it digest more. So you can get this in it with or without, but I know this is a very highly recommended brand. Now Foods is the name of this company. So this actually helps this digest better. So zinc is the key here, guys. If you another one of those big long words, and I'm going to spell it for you just in case I say it wrong. It's ionophores. So ionophores. So I don't know if it's something to do with ions or something, but basically what it means is it provides a shuttle, essentially, for this stuff to this stuff is required, or this, like I said, if it works the same, but I know it's good for the virus as well, so I assume they all work the same. That's why you need these with zinc. This isn't the cure, guys. Neither is this. Zinc is the cure. I'm telling you. I've researched this stuff and researched it and researched, and it all comes back to zinc. But zinc has to get into your cells. So if you're just taking zinc on a daily basis, you're probably getting trace amounts of zinc in your cells just because you're taking it. But this basically provides a direct shuttle right to the cells if you're taking this with zinc. Now it's best to take this stuff on an empty stomach first thing in the morning, 20-30 minutes before you have breakfast is basically what they want you to do. It does upset your stomach. The first time I took it, it did. The next day I didn't have any problems with it at all. So I don't know, I was just getting used to it, or if it did something to me that quick. The next morning I didn't have any problems with it. But the day before my first dose, and I took it around noon, and I had already eaten, and it did mess with my stomach a little bit. No going to the bathroom or anything like that. I just felt a little sick to the stomach, and then I got something in me and I was fine. But the next day I was fine. I took it, and probably 45 minutes later or something I ate. So everybody's different as far as doses. Go by what's on here or what your research is. I'm not going to get into any of that, but I just want to provide the information. It's just something else to add to your regimen. And if the FDA is doing away with this one, we know we should probably get on that. And that's exactly why I did. This one was a prescription when it was invented, I guess, from what I researched. And then they changed it to a dietary supplement decades ago. And I'm talking like 4 decades ago, they turned it to a dietary supplement from having to get a prescription for it. Well, now, crazy enough, now with the virus, now they're getting rid of this. So no longer over the counter. So that tells me right there, it's good for something. I just, have a hard time with trusting the world these days. So I know there's a lot of you out there like me. So I just wanted to share that with you. Literally, guys, I took this the day before, and the next morning my ears were popping like they had never popped before. And I took it with zinc. Don't go crazy on the zinc, because you can get sick off of zinc. And if you normally take, 40, 50 milligrams or something of zinc every day, you may want to cut that in half, guys, because this stuff, it's a shuttle bus that's going to send zinc straight to your cells. So, you know, you might want to cut back on the zinc a little bit and not have so much. So if you got 50s, maybe bite them in half. If you got 40s, bite them in half. You know, I think the daily requirement or something is like 11 milligrams a day for men and 9 for women. So you don't really need a lot of it, and you get a lot of zinc from your food sources anyway. Meat alone is a great source of zinc. But the issue is it doesn't get into the cell. So you get it into the cell with things like this. You guys can do your own research. I've heard green tea works. If you don't want to make the investment, you can't afford it right now. 2-3 cups of green tea a day with zinc, and that will help get it into your cells from what my research led me to. So that's another possibility as well. But I just wanted definitely to get this guy because it's going off the market. And I've read a lot of good about this one as too. This one also, ivermectin. I know you guys know what I'm trying to say. I wish I would have looked it up and spelled it out. But, you know, there's people that say that that stuff's a miracle. That, and then, you know, big media dogs it and says it's crap. But my personal opinion, and I haven't researched into that, but I can almost guarantee, my gut tells me it does the same thing as what I'm saying here. If you can get that zinc into your cell, from my research, what I found is not only are you protected, you're also protecting people around you. So, you know, if you want to go see grandma and grandpa and you're scared, you know, you might be carrying it. And, you know, that bothers me a lot because my wife's mother is elderly. So, you know, you worry about things like that. You don't want to be the one that gave it to them. So, this stuff gets the zinc into the center of your cells, and the virus tries to enter into the cell, and basically it kind of works like a lock and a key. If the cell lines up, it goes right into the cell, and that's when it starts spreading throughout the body. And look at the zinc and this stuff. If it gets into the cell, it kind of messes the tumblers up. So when the virus comes in to fit, it won't fit into the cell. It can't get in there. So it just goes away. It gets expelled out the body. And if it can't get into the cell, then you're also not spreading it. And we know even the vax is spreading it at this point. So the way I see it, I think we're actually more protected off of natural supplements if we do our research and look into these things. So tell me what you think. Tell me what your research leads you to. And, you know, let's all learn from this. And if you're objective to it, you think it's all crap, I'd like to hear from you also down in the comments. But, you know, they have zinc lozenges, you know, like cough drops. They've had those things for decades. They've been proven to reduce the common cold. The common cold is a coronavirus, guys. I don't know if you guys knew that. But that's what the common cold is. And that's why they're never really going to get this stuff to go away. And why the vax isn't even working, in my opinion. They've never found a cure for the common cold. So why are they going to find a cure for this? It's just my 2 cents. Do your own research. But what is it? What do they call it? SARS-CoV-1 back in the day. Zinc. They proved that it cured that virus. So it's worked on the common cold. It's worked on the first coronavirus. Why wouldn't it work on the second one? Prove me wrong. I don't know. I'd like to be proved wrong. But I'm going to tell you right now, it's worked for me. And everybody's different. It may not work for you. So you may need this. Or you may need green tea. Or you may need ivermectin. You may need something else that you researched and I haven't found yet. So everybody's different, but the key is getting that zinc into the cell. Until next time, this is Van, and I'm out. Peace.